Hello, this is Jeff Steiner from Americans in France, and we're going to talk about the 2012 French presidential election, round two. We just had round one, and now we're going to move on to round two. So, this is the first round, this is the results. The top two candidates, as nobody got more than 50% of the vote, go into a second round. And they are Francois Hollande, who got 28.6% of the vote, or about a little over 10 million votes, and Nicolas Sarkozy, the incumbent president, who got 27.2. And these are the other 10 candidates, and you can see what their votes are. So let's do a little analysis here. 2007 versus 2012. So the last French presidential election was 2007, and Sarkozy got 31.2% of the vote. You can see that he's gone down. He's now 27.2. So that was kind of one of the big stories. There were two big stories in the election. The first one was that Sarkozy's vote total went down, diminished, and Le Pen. This is actually Jean-Marie Le Pen, Marine Le Pen's, who was running this year, um, father. He got 10.4 and she got 17.9. That's the other big thing in the results. You can also see that Ségolène Royal, who was a Socialist Party candidate, got 25.9, and Hollande, this year's Socialist Party candidate, in fact, got 28.6 to come out on top. So, and you can also see another thing is that Bayrou got 18.6 in 2007, but only got 9.1 in 2012. So he went down. Sarkozy went down, Beirut went down, and well, Le Pen, the Front National, the extreme right vote went up. It was the father and now the daughter. So what's next? Okay, now that we have the candidate, what's next? Well, the official campaign starts April 27th. In France, the bureaucratic countries, everything is very, when it comes to elections, it's very specific what's happening. You have April 27th. That's not to say that the candidates aren't politicking. They're preparing. They're talking. Some of them will actually be Sarkozy or Hollande will probably be on television very soon. That's going on, but the official campaign starts. Debates are debates. Sarkozy would like to have three debates. Hollande has said no, there's only be one. Normally in French, between the first and second round, there's usually one debate, maybe two. Sarkozy wants three. Hollande has kind of said no, and I don't. And it's Hollande is the favorite. I don't think there's going to be more than one debate. And as during the first round, during the second round, the time is split evenly between all candidates. In the first round, there were 10 candidates, so each of the 10 candidates got 10% of the time. In the second round, because there's two candidates, it's 50-50. And there's actually an organization, there's a governmental organization that keeps track of time like this, and it's very strictly watched over. The official campaign ends May 4th, and after May 4th, you can't have any polls. There's kind of a media blackout. There kind of wasn't. There was supposed to be there after when the first round, when the just before the first round, when the official first round campaign stopped. There was supposed to be a media blackout, but there really wasn't because of Twitter and because of Facebook. It's pretty easy to see all this stuff. So the government would like it because there's not supposed to be any polls between when the campaign ends and then when the voting takes place. That way, it's not that way you don't affect the voting. That's the thing. Don't necessarily think I agree with it, but that's the way it is. And the vote is May 6th. So the vote is May 6th. So what are the key points from the first round that will play out in the second round? Well, the numbers, as I showed you. Sarkozy, not first. This is the first time an incumbent president in the Fifth Republic has not come out in first in the first round, has not won the first round, not gotten the most votes in the first round. This is the first time, so it's kind of historical. And it really kind of shows Sarkozy's weakness. He does have a certain weakness. We'll talk about it in a second. His score is so he's not first, and his score is also lower than 2007. That's really key. The other key point is Le Pen 17.9. She was credited with about 14 to 15% of the vote in most polls, and in fact, Jean-Luc Mélenchon, who was fourth at 11%, was actually some polls had him higher than her. And she is the extreme right. He is the hard left. He's what the French call the left of the left. And so he was hoping actually, in fact, to come out ahead of her and be the third person. That didn't work out. Le Pen is, it's basically Le Pen is 17.9. She probably will not give, tell how she's going to vote, or she'll probably vote in France they vote blanc, which are nul, and you basically you don't vote for any candidate. You vote, but you don't vote for a candidate, and that's usually what Le Pen and what her father had always done. And so that's probably what she will do this time. She will not say, "Okay, vote for one candidate, vote for the other candidate." She will probably not do that. The intangibles. Well, this is some of the intangibles. Just in generally speaking, in the election, Holland's normal held. In fact, Francois Hollande was trying to run as "quote unquote" the normal candidate. Nicolas Sarkozy is very active. He's a hyperactive presidency. They say that he's an president hyperactive. He's just everywhere. He did that for 5 years, and what that kind of led to was Sarkozy fatigue. People are kind of, they don't like his style. He's very what they call bling bling, very flashy. The French kind of do not like that. Holland's trying to be normal, and he's just, I think, is a maybe as a person and as a candidate, he seems very bland, very average. And that, in fact, is kind of a mirror image to Sarkozy, and has, in fact, helped Holland, because there is a lot of Sarkozy fatigue, and there is a lot of people that do not like what Nicolas Sarkozy has done. Not just from the economy, that's also, we're in the middle of a crazy, horrible recession. That's also obviously going to be, as you're an incumbent, it's very difficult. But for Sarkozy, it goes beyond that, and basically the way he's acted, some of the things he said when he was president, he called somebody, which you would translate to a moron, an idiot, or even, maybe even an asshole. So he called somebody like that, and so it doesn't go over very well. Holland's trying to be the normal person, and he basically ran his campaign. He was attacked by Sarkozy. Sarkozy was trying every day was trying to come out with these new ideas, new things he was going to do. And Holland, basically, what Holland did was very traditional. He gave his program 60 points. He gave a big speech. This is my program, and then he ran on that for the next month, or no, it'd be probably 2 months. Yeah, next 2 months, because he did it in late January. So 2 months he did like that. Sarkozy, he came in February, and kind of every day or every week he was trying to do something, new point, new idea, and basically it didn't really work, as we can see from results. 2 plus 2 equals what? Obviously in math it equals 4, but in French elections not necessarily. In other words, you can't add up the numbers, and they're not going to get you the 50%. People kind of will change. It's not, the dynamic can be a little bit different. You have Le Pen 17.9%. Le Pen is far right. Sarkozy is also on the right. Doesn't mean all these 17.9 are going to go to Sarkozy. It doesn't mean that. There's a lot of people who voted for Le Pen who are very unhappy with Sarkozy. Sarkozy in 2007 got a lot of Le Pen's father's votes, and that has not been the case this year. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. As I said, Le Pen will probably not say who she'll vote for. She probably will vote blanc. She probably will not vote for. She'll vote for not for either candidate. So the question is, what does 2 plus 2 equal? Polls right now are the pundits are basically saying it's pretty much Holland's election. We'll see what happens. Thanks for watching, and if you are not French and you would like to give your opinion on who should be the next French president, you can vote. I put a little poll on my website, my personal website. You just go to jeffsteiner.com 2012 and you can vote. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.